Hi, I'm Tammy Randolph, and you're watching The Chamber Does What? Hi, thank you for joining me. Today my guest is Matt Glass from MadeThis Cleaning. Matt, thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
So tell me a little bit about MadeThis.
Sure. MadeThis is a cleaning company. We do residential cleaning, office cleaning, and we branch out to other things. We do gyms.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's better than you think, actually. They're consistent. We like those. Like to work with realtors, like to work with property managers, of course. Vacation rentals is another one that we do. That cleaning window of 11 to 4 is kind of tight, so we like to get our cleaners inside and get them clean so that the owners can get good reviews. So it is a franchise. There's about 40 locations across the U.S. It's a new franchise. There's only, I guess they've been franchising for about 4 years. We're the only one in Tennessee right now. The closest to us is Atlanta. So Atlanta has 2. Started in L.A. We like it because it allows us to, obviously we live here in Tennessee, so we're managing the Chattanooga location, but we can travel and kind of manage the business without having to be there full time.
Because you kind of do a little bit regionally wise. I mean, you're in Hamilton County, Bradley County. You kind of go far up, a little bit further up to like McMinn and Polk as well. So you're kind of like regionally.
Exactly, yeah. I think probably Trenton down to Dalton up to Charleston. We did clean in Charleston last week for a move out. So yeah, we're kind of covering the 423, but not all the way up into East Tennessee. But
now, is it just commercial, or do you do residential as well? I mean, you'll do private residences, not just for move outs or clean outs, but like regular routine.
That's correct. Yeah. We like to get those customers where we come in and do kind of like a deep clean first, and then get them on what we call maintenance cleaning, right? So we come in every 2 weeks, every month. Some people want it every week. They have pets in their home. They're like, I want to get this place clean. So I think we have probably 3 reoccurring that we do weekly. That Friday afternoon is a hard spot to get because everyone wants their house cleaned on Friday, right, to come in for the weekend. So, but yeah, we definitely like the reoccurring ones. Every 2 weeks is pretty common, and especially cleaning can be done. As we know, we all know how to do cleaning. But we like to come from the angle of what can you do more with your time, right? You can.
Well, and that's it exactly. There's so many times hours in the day, and so much time. And I know I get stressed out trying to do work full time and take care of the kids and do the other things. And it's not the top thing on my house. I want to go in there, make sure the dishes are done and the vacuum is done. And I'm getting older, and I don't want to do that stuff anymore. And so it's at that point now where it's not so much that it's a luxury, but it's one of those things where it's one of those things that you do for yourself to take a little bit of stress off. And so it's a stress relief that way.
Yeah, 100%. And we have those like add-ons, right? Like we'll do laundry, we'll change the sheets, we'll do the dishes, within reason. So we like to add those things on when people need them. But yeah, it's an opportunity for you to do something different with your time, whether physically you don't want to, you have a trip coming up, right? Obviously, last night was the national championship game. People had parties.
Yes, it was.
So we come in and do the clean out after, trying to get your place clean. Obviously, not too many people cleaning on a Tuesday, right? But, the Super Bowl's coming up. So you have that Super Bowl party and you don't want to clean up afterwards. Book it now. And then we'll come in and clean afterwards.
That makes sense. Now, you've been with us for about a year at the Chamber, and I have seen you are a good attender at the coffees. You come to every coffee. What has been your favorite part of being a Chamber member?
Yeah, we just opened last year. So as soon as we opened, we joined the Bradley Cleveland Chamber. Joined it before the Hamilton one, actually, because I like this chamber. I think you did an awesome job last year. I know you grew by 100 people in 1 year.
We did. We had 105 new members.
Yeah. So you and Aaron do awesome work. And I was telling someone at the meeting or the coffee, I guess, last week that when it's at the chamber, you're claustrophobic, you gotta stand in the lobby because there's so many people. You guys have done such a great job recruiting. But yeah, the meetings are great. The food is good. I'm telling you, the cheese grits last week were awesome. I love the cheese grits, right?
We have some great caterers.
Exactly. Yep.
That's the good thing when you come to the Chamber of Coffees, it gives you, there is a lot of people. And I judge, if you're not going to be able to talk to all 100, there's anywhere from 100 to 150 people that come. Yep. But if you can find a core 5 or 10 that you meet with and you talk different ones each time, then that gets that out there. But it's also not only the business that's hosting it, but the caterer that they use that provides them exposure, and you get to find new places that you want to try that way as well. So it's kind of a big all around. And then you always give out the cleaning certificates.
We like to give out that free 3 hour clean at the end. But yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to come. One, you can see people that you've connected to. I went to lead, but it was 20 years ago, and then I moved away from Southeast Tennessee and just came back 3 years ago. And just last year is when we opened MadeThis. And so as soon as we opened MadeThis, we joined the chamber and really enjoyed the opportunity to connect with, Aaron and I went to lead together, right? So connect with some older friends that we have, but also have the opportunity to grow some business as well, right?
Yeah, because it's a great place to net with them.
Correct, yeah. Meet with the realtors, the property managers, apartment complexes, and then the small, like the insurance, the folks that have a small office, 3 or 4 desks, 10 desks, whatever, and they're just like, my crew doesn't want, my employees don't want to clean on the weekend, so we come in and we'll clean on the weekend for them.
So it gives you it's a whole lot easier than going dry knocking and cold selling to come in, because you're getting that relationship established ahead of time. Yeah. So that's really good. What brought you into this business?
Well, like I mentioned before, we love the ability to run it remotely. We're also property managers ourselves, and so we own a couple of vacation rentals, and then I manage a few other ones. And so we kind of niched into that vacation rental idea where you have that short window to clean, try to get that done. But we have contractors, so we like to give people an opportunity to work as little or as much as they want, right? So in other words, we don't require 20 hours or 40 hours. We book a job, we send it out to our cleaners, they say yes or no. And so then they have our opportunity to add hours, to take away hours. And it gives them some flexibility to where maybe they can only work 9 to 2 when their kids are in school. Great, I have cleanings for them, kind of thing like that. So, and like I said before, we have 2 kids. We are running multiple businesses. My wife has a full-time job. So to get to your point earlier, which is it gives people time back, we like to give people their time back.
And that's not what people, like I said, that's not what people think about when they're doing it. And it's because it's always been considered a luxury item. And so like you said, time is the luxury here. And that's what you're doing, is you're saving people time.
Yeah, and it is a luxury item. I do agree with that. But I also think I work with people as much as I can, right? So as far as budget goes, like people reach out and they're like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, if I can, I will, because we want, again, to establish a reoccurring customer, especially on the reoccurrings. Like I'll work with people on price quite a bit to make sure that we can get in there and get their house cleaned and have an opportunity for them to do something different, for them to have more enjoyable time and not have to do the. And our cleaners like to clean, they really do. Like they put their headphones in, they don't bother you. They come in, they're insured. Our cleaners are insured. We have run background checks on them, so you can feel content with the folks in your home cleaning your property while you're out, or office.
That's good. I'm originally from Iowa, and my sister up in Iowa did house cleaning for 20 years. Yeah. And same thing. She absolutely loved it. But and I'd love her to come and visit, because my house was sparkling when she was done.
Yeah, right. That's
awesome. The best part. Well, you said you're married, you got a couple kids. So what are the fun things that you like to do in Bradley County?
Yeah, let's see. I spend good time in this area. I mean, I like to go out in Polk County and do some stuff as well, as far as hiking and kayaking, stuff like that. In Bradley County, as a league.
You've done the Blue Way up on the Hiwassee with your kayaking?
I've done Hiwassee, yes. Yeah. As a league graduate, we like to go over there and watch, especially the women's basketball team play. My wife played basketball at Lee back in the day, so we like to go watch the women's team play, watching Marty and all the things he's done with that team. So, the men's team's great too, but I'm partial to the women's team because of my history there. So we spent a good amount of time there watching. I ran into Aaron the other day, sat with him at a game, so... Lee's a strong connection for us up here in Cleveland.
It's a wonderful institution. We're very grateful to have it here. They are, they're a good institution. It's a wonderful group, and very excited to have Dr. Phil Cook as the president right now. So looking forward to lots of positive things coming out of that.
Yeah, agreed. Well. Yeah, I'm fortunate to know Phil from way back. Back in the day, Bel Air Grill was here in Cleveland. I worked at Bel Air for years, and his brother was my manager. So I've known Phil and his family for a good while. So. And he was actually the PA announcer, like on the mic during basketball back then. So I get to hear him a lot back when I was watching those games play, right? So I love Lee. Like I said, it was a big part of my life, and then we left, but we came back, and I actually messaged him the other day and said, hey, if there's any, if you guys have any students who are looking for part-time work, let me know. I can get them in, get them cleaning, on the weekends or whenever they have availability.
Well, that's good. It's nice to have that hub that you have, and so that's wonderful. Would you have any advice that you would give to other businesses, new businesses that are looking to join the chamber, or what you would tell them to do?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I like to do is the email you all send out, right? You send the email and you say, here's the new members. And so what I like to do is go into that email, and I will email them and say, hey, welcome to the chamber. I'm Matt from MadeThis Cleaning. If there's any questions you have about the chamber, or if there's any way that our businesses can help each other, let me know. Because one of the things I love about the chamber is it can be a one-person business, and it can be Best Buy Metal, right? So that broad range of being able to reach out and connect with other people, and share business ideas with each other, share business growth. I mean, share expenses in some cases, right, where you have the ability to micromanage and get into there and do better. It's definitely a plus. So I would say connect. I don't love cold handshakes, right? And so I do have a tendency to, as you said, meet those 5 people and hang out and talk to them. But, at least every meeting I try to introduce myself to one new person. So.
It doesn't, and I always tell people when they're nervous, but I'm like, you know what? Everybody that you're meeting, they're just as nervous as you are.
I don't believe you, though.
I used to joke, Aaron joked when I first took over this position, I did the coffee. He said, she's been here for 20 years, and this is like her 5th coffee.
Right.
And he's not lying. I would stay back and take care of the office and whatnot.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it kind of is. And so I just tell people, don't worry about pushing your business right away. It's about pushing yourself.
Agreed.
And you meet on a personal level, and then everything follows from then.
Yeah, because I like to send business to people that I think will take care of who I'm sending, right? Myself included, right? Like, if I need work done, Jonathan Smith at Smith Automotive has worked on my truck for the last month in a good way, meaning he's awesome. And I literally was at the coffee this week. We're talking about my truck. So he, that connection there, and then getting to see him outside of that is helpful.
It is. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and coming and speaking with us today. Cool. And if anybody wants to, what's your website and how can they get in touch with you? What's your phone number?
Sure. MadeThis.com/Chattanooga. On socials, are the same thing.
Okay. Your phone number?
I actually don't know the business phone number. On top of my head, I'll be honest with you.
You know what? They can go to the website. I don't know it either.
Because we have like 6 lines depending on what the business, depending on what they're calling into. So I should have looked that up before I came on. So.
I don't tend to try to stump people, and I didn't think that.
No, you got me on that one.
You know what? I got you.
Just text us, and then we'll get back to you.
Everybody's phone numbers are in their phone. I don't even know my own phone number anymore.
I know mine and my wife's, so that's about where I'm. That's why I don't know the business line, because I don't know what it is. So.
There you go. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for joining and listening. Make sure you like, share, and tell your friends. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.